Hello and welcome to a reading vlog is what this is, essentially. It's a nice stormy morning here. I am going to be starting A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which is the third in the Cursebreaker series by Bridget Kemmerer. It is the final book in the series as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. I've loved this series so far. It's on my favorite shelf, and Soleil was kind enough to gift it to me upon arriving. Yeah, this is gonna be the first book I've read for like enjoyment purposes and not like survival purposes in a while. You'll just see a quick montage and then I'll check in with you after I've read for a little bit. This is just morning. This is morning. It's not gonna get better. Well, no, it will get better. It doesn't get worse. I don't know. Point being, so I got through the first, how many chapters was that? It was the first 21 pages and 5 chapters of A Vow So Bold and Deadly. And I am liking that we are definitely getting, if you want to go into this without any knowledge, I'm not gonna spoil the book, but I am going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on it. So I won't give any plot spoilers, but I will be giving like, I will be talking about it. The first book follows 2 perspectives and the second book follows another 2 perspectives. And in this one you get all 4, which is really what I was hoping for. That is the best case scenario. I like that we're getting reminders of what was kind of going on as far as where everyone is at in this, as well as some general tension. There's definitely like a build-in tension of like what's to come because this is the finale and I don't know exactly how I want this to go down, but we are starting off like seeing where everyone is at and there's still a lot to get done, so that's exciting. It's been a nice like stormy morning here. I got some rain in the video. Definitely my favorite thing I've liked to do in the morning since getting here is to just read outside, and the weather is just a little tinged with cold, so you'd want a blanket, but it's not like actual cold. I am not cold. I don't know what is on the agenda today, but I am sure you'll see me walking around doing things, and then I will check back in once I've read more of this. If I die because of a coconut falling on my head, I'll officially know that nature hated me the whole time. Wicca be damned.
Cat kind of has some padding to it.
We are taking a walk. Soleil is in a Model UN conference, so we are taking a walk through her backyard, which is gorgeous, and debating whether or not the little tiny bugs floating around. I don't know if you have these in your area or not, but they're these little tiny bugs, and they float around. I was raised to call them no-see-ums, as in, well, now it sounds dumb because he's been making fun of me, but as in you can't see them, no-see-ums, but he calls them gnats, which sounds worse. Let me know what you call them, or if there's a totally different name. He's from New Mexico and I'm from Alaska, so don't know which one's correct or if they're both wrong. Okay, updated thoughts on A Vow So Bold and Deadly. I am honestly further along than I was anticipating. Before I did another update, I'm about 3/4, I guess. I don't know. It seems like more than 3/4, but I'm like almost finished with it. I went through this way faster than I expected, but not for the reasons that I was expecting. I'm sure that makes sense in some universe, but the point is like, it's going by really fast. I feel like it's not just from the ease of reading it, but also from the ease of the plot. I don't know how. Why can't I explain things? Why do I have a channel? I feel like all the tension that was built up in the beginning was released too quickly. The plot in this one is an odd extension of the first book. And I have to say, I think the second book is going to have to still be my favorite. I haven't finished this book yet. It might blow me away and catch me off guard. There might be a twist somewhere in this that I'm not expecting. But as of right now, either it's about to blow me away and I'm going to eat my words, or it's underwhelming in what it accomplished in the pages that it had. That's the best way I can explain that, which is not well. I understand. I'm a little rusty. I picked up another book as well just because I was feeling like I was going through this one too quickly. So I am also on audiobook listening to The Silence of the Girls by Pat Baker. It's very different from this book, so I feel like they're polar opposites. It's about the conquering and sacking of Troy, but it's from the perspective of Briseis, which was Achilles' concubine, and the camps there, as well as possibly Helen's perspective. I don't know how many women's perspectives we're going to get, but it started out really strong and impactful as far as unromanticizing the Trojan Wars and what wars are to begin with. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be a pretty heavy read, but this is so light and so YA that I felt I needed something to counteract it, and I'm a mood reader, and that's how I'm mooding. Yeah, we'll see. Oh boy. Okay, so The Silence of the Girls, I have been listening to it like all day. There are so many content warnings. I'm going to put the content warnings down below, but I don't know if there are more because I have not finished it yet, but I am getting incredibly close to finishing it, and it is just... it's really heavy and depressing. This is definitely not one of those books you would just pick up to have, it's not a romance. I want to make that really clear. It is not a romantic book. It has an agenda. It is trying to explain something and get a message across, and so far I believe that it's doing it really well. The Briseis' perspective is the only one that's given. It is from her perspective that it's being told. There is a third person perspective, so it's Briseis in first person, past tense, and then it's Achilles third person, and that was an interesting choice for me because it's so jarring from her perspective to go into his. I'm glad that she picked third person. We are in her mind and her experiences while a little bit more far removed from his. Yeah, it's definitely not romanticizing the Trojan War, I can tell you that much. The content warnings for rape, I would just say, are through the roof. She's the concubine for him, but she's very much so treated and objectified like an object. There's not romantic tension or anything like that. It's rough. It's really rough, which has led me to go ahead and pick this back up for a break. No one ever talks about the positives of mood reading. This is the positive. You read based off of your mood, and sometimes your two different moods will counteract and work together. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this today because I am still in a reading mood, and I can physically read this one and take a break from the audiobook, which I would say is a very good audiobook, just objectively. Briseis' narrator is a really calming, soothing voice. So yeah, if you are a fan of Circe by Madeline Miller, I would still say I love Madeline Miller's work a little bit more, but I think that this offers a really ruthlessly clear-cut perspective without adding any rose-colored lenses on Greek mythology. I would say that it's not really a fantasy, but instead historical fiction. As far as the gods being involved, it's all just myth and plot specific. Yeah, it's words. I'm gonna go read this now. I don't know how the lighting is in here, but I finished A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer, and unfortunately, I won't give anything away. I'll just say it's my least favorite of the trilogy. If I had to put them in order without spoiling anything, I'd say the second in the series is my favorite, so number 2, and then number 1, the first book is absolutely amazing. It makes a solid standalone, but then she expands upon it, and I'm so glad she did because we got book 2. And then book 3 is not a bad book by any means. It's just, it doesn't stand a chance compared to the other 2 for me. I am really struggling between a 3 or 3.5. If I give it a 3.5, I'll round it up to a 4 on Goodreads, but I am starting to lean towards a 3. I need to give it time, but essentially, I found that while the characters were really well-rounded in their individual books, the third book suffers from them not really showing how they get the growth that they do. It's like one conversation each leads to that personal growth. And there were a couple things that I felt loose-endish. I don't know. I felt like it wasn't very tight. It wasn't like a tight, solid plot. It felt a little messy, and there were some really, really good moments in there. There was some good payoff, but I also hated like the ending. That made it worse. It felt unfulfilled when I got to the ending because I didn't realize that was going to be the last page and the last thing we saw of these people. It was kind of like we ended on a conversation and I was like, what? I'm wondering if she's going to revisit this world again, which would, I think, increase my star rating just because I feel like it was an odd finale. Things I did like about it is the characters. Gray, Liamara, and Harper are all of my favorite characters. I thought that Bridget Kemmerer did a good job of also reminding me of the reasons that I like Ren. So all of the characters, like, they came out and they showed their best, and I was like, oh, like, I was reminded constantly of my reasons for liking all the different characters. And I think that that's kind of where my positives on this end, but I did like some of the character development I saw. Even if I didn't enjoy the journey as much, I did enjoy where they ended up, and I was very proud of them. So yeah, there's that. And I finished a book. That's excellent. That is fantastic. I feel good about that. I also am in a really weird spot with The Silence of the Girls. I think I'm saying that right. Here's the cover. I'm sorry. I picked this book up because I was feeling like this one felt really kind of like fluffy, juvenile. I don't know. It was like, wasn't hitting it where I needed to hit. The romance in this one was kind of like, I don't know, it was too lovey-dovey. I don't know. So The Silence of the Girls definitely is not too lovey-dovey, but I kind of like have polar opposites now, and I'm gonna finish The Silence of the Girls, and then I need the most consensual sex I can find in a book. Because this book is just awful. Good, well written, gets its point across. I don't know that I would recommend, I can't think of a time where I'd be like, oh, you should read this one, unless you're really into Greek mythology and you just want this perspective. I think it's a perspective that is not often told and is really important. So that's how I would recommend it, but it's not a fun read. It's not, and you know, reading doesn't always have to be fun, but I definitely need something fun afterwards. I have an audiobook credit and I am going to use it to get, everyone's reading it, A Court of Silver. Is it Court of Silver and Flame or just a court? No, everyone's mad because it doesn't have the A. I'm gonna read Sarah J. Maas's new release, and I would like to draw up my own perspective. I have read the rest of the series. I had vlog footage when I was reading it because I had like reactions to each one, but my house flooded. You can go ahead and watch my update video if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but my plans got derailed. So I have read the entire series up until this point, and I'm going to start that afterwards. So Silence of the Girls, and then A Court of Silver Flames, which is Nesta and Cassian's story, and Cassian is my all-time favorite character in the series, and Nesta is my least favorite. I am looking forward to seeing what Sarah J. Maas can do, because the redemption necessary seems like a hard one road. But if anyone can make me love Nesta, it's Cassian. Let's go ahead and finish up this Greek tragedy and get on to that. Good morning. It's like 6:15 a.m. So they told me we had to be out of the house by 7 in order to get donuts. I will be reporting back on whether or not these are the best donuts in the world or if Soleil is dead. So look forward to that update. She lives another day, and there's the proof.
What? Their doubt?
Yeah, I definitely said that I was most likely going to kill you.
Oh, I live another day.
That's why she lives. It's because these are good freaking donuts.
Yeah, it's terrifying how much you guys doubt me. Oh my god.
Shire right there.
I'm really glad I have James's music. Choose a map.
I'm working on it.
Map it. But I gotta be pretty, Link. No. No. I got this. Career Link. Oh, where? Get your little balloon wielding bottom over here. You ready?
I don't have a so jokes on you. Well. Oh, hello, sir.
I'm so tired of this. You don't even like Pokemon. Get out of here. Get out of your mouth. I just thought you just were bad at Oh, okay. Not dirty talking. That's like what you do before sex. But what's that thing where you're talking shit? Oh no, Claw. No. Oh. Suck you into a black hole. Okay.
God, that little stupid thing always gets me.
Yes. And she didn't know if you collect all three, you can make a big gun.
No, I didn't.
I've been trying this whole entire match. See that? That's me. That little shit over here, Soleil, that's me. Ace! I'm gonna get the fastest car, and then I'm gonna beat you into the ground.
A is go, right?
No, it's B. I definitely chose the wrong vehicle. Apart from that, it's not a big deal. There's still more races to be had. Shut up. Wow. I start off slow, and then we gain heat. We will gain heat. That's what will happen. As I almost beat you. It was very close. I just have to get first.
Oh yeah, and you're an 8.
I wasn't before.
Oh.
I'm sending the ghosts of my ancestors to kick your ass. Third.
How's first place coming?
You know what? You gotta be real low to feel good about yourself in third.
I do. I placed.
No, you didn't. You got fourth. You don't get a
Almost
trophy.
double yours.
You don't get a trophy, and that's what matters. I need to read more about Cassian. I can't do this anymore. Hello. Alright, I finished The Silence of the Girls, and it was just as depressing as I had spoken of previously. So, that's done, and I also started Court of Silver Flames. The audiobook is super duper long, That's a number. Don't know how much footage is here, but I was planning on releasing this vlog before I left Soleil's, and I kind of wanted to keep them kind of current, so I don't want this vlog to last a really long time. Also, sorry this lighting's bad. I just wanted to make sure I put something out there. What I was gonna ask is, because I am reading A Court of Silver Flames, if you'd prefer my thoughts to be spoiler-free or with spoilers in the next one. It's not gonna be a Sarah J. Maas specific vlog or anything like that, just because I do have other things I'm kind of interested in right now as well. But I know it's kind of like a big topic right now because so many of you were so kind in asking like how I have been. This time like away, just having a chance to recalibrate has been really, really helpful, and honestly also just vlogging and like communicating with people has also been really helpful. So thank you guys all for your kind words. Yeah, just your well wishes. It was really, really, really nice. I was nervous to put out my update video just because I haven't done anything in a while, but yeah, everyone was super sweet. I feel like I'm on the right track, and I wanted to reassure you guys that I am, and that your kind comments definitely helped with that. It very much so improved my mood, so thank you guys so much. I guess that's the end of this vlog. I don't know what the next few weeks holds, but I will be reading more books, and I want to put more of my thoughts in. I was kind of getting back into the groove of reading this vlog, and so I didn't get as many of my thoughts in as I think I meant to. We'll see. All right, I hope you are enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye!